Good evening. Today, I'm going to be reading a book. It's a very old book. It was, the original version was created around the time the Iliad and the Odyssey was translated. It's, very old, to say the least. But it is a masterpiece, frankly. And a new and updated translation came out, and that is what I'm going to be reading today. Minecraft, the Essential Handbook, Updated Edition. It's very good one. I read the old one, but hopefully the updated edition will have a bit of a more accurate translation. So let's just start reading, shall we? Introduction. Welcome to the official Minecraft Essential Handbook. It contains all the info you need to stay alive during your first few days. It's packed with tips from creator Notch and developer Jeb, as well as well-known Minecraft experts, including Paul Soares Jr., host of the Survive and Thrive YouTube tutorial series, and Captain Sparkles, the famous Minecraft YouTuber and creator of the Minecraft-style music video. With the help of this handbook, you'll soon be well on your way toward becoming an expert yourself. Minecraft is a block-building sandbox game with no set rules, where you can build anything you can possibly imagine. You will begin in the first dimension, the overworld, where you might find yourself in one of several different environments or biomes: swamp, extreme hills, taiga, desert, forest, plains, jungle, ice plains, ocean, or even the rare mushroom biome. From the overworld, you can enter the nether, a heckish landscape of doom, and the end, a terrifying spit of land in the middle of space, inhabited by the Ender Dragon. There are achievements to earn as you progress through the game. You can play alone or with others. You can play in safe creative mode, exploring the land and building amazing things, or in survival, or hardcore mode, hunting and mining and fighting the monsters that come out at night. What kind of adventure would you choose? It's up to you. Profile Notch. Full name Marcus Alexej Persson. Role Minecraft creator, co-founder of Mojang. Notch was born in Stockholm, Sweden in 1979. He began programming, writing code for games at the age of 7, and produced his first game at 8. After creating Minecraft, he co-founded Mojang to develop the game. Notch has over 1,940,000 Twitter followers. He handed over the Minecraft development to Jens Bergensten before Mojang was acquired by Michaelsoft. Profile Jeb. Full name Jens Bergensten. Role Minecraft lead developer. Jeb was born in Sweden in 1979 and took over from Notch as lead developer for Minecraft in 2012. He currently has over 1,220,000 Twitter followers and is well known for his work on redstone repeaters, wolves, climbing spiders, and pistons. Tip: staying safe online. Playing Minecraft on multiplayer servers is a lot of fun. Here are a few simple rules to help you stay safe and keep the world of Minecraft a great place to spend time. Never give out your real name. Don't use it as your username. Never give out any of your personal details. Never tell anybody which school you go to or how old you are. Never tell anybody your password, except a parent or guardian. A short history of Minecraft. 2009. Notch begins work on his game idea and quits his job to concentrate on it full time. As work progresses, he calls it Cave Game. He releases the first version to the public and calls it Minecraft. The first accounts are registered and the official Minecraft forum opens. In December, Minecraft moves to in development stage. Lots of things are added, including crafting. January, 100,000 registered Minecrafters. June of 2010. Minecraft reaches alpha stage. At this point, survival was the only mode available, but game updates began to come thick and fast. Sales of the game hit 200,000. August. First ever Mine Kampf is held in Washington State. 50 people attend. December. Minecraft wins Indie Game of the Year from IndieDB. Minecraft Beta is released. Additions include egg throwing and constant splash text on the main menu page. 2011. March. Minecraft wins GDC Award for Best Debut Game, Best Downloadable Game, and Game Innovation Spotlight. July. 10 million registered Minecrafters. October. The Pocket Edition of Minecraft is released for Android. November. Minecon, held in Las Vegas. 5,000 people attend. During Minecon, Minecraft 1.0 is released and Minecraft is officially put out of beta. New additions include the Ender Dragon, mushrooms, and villagers. (2012) March. Minecraft version 1.2.1 is released. New additions include jungle biome, ocelots, cats, and iron golems. May. Minecraft for Xbox 360 is released. It sells 400,000 copies in the first 24 hours. November. November. Minecon is held at Disneyland Paris. There are 6,500 attendees. December. Minecraft sells 453,000 copies of the game across all platforms on Christmas Eve alone. 2013. January. Minecraft sales reach 20 million on PC, Mac, Xbox 360, and mobile devices. March. Minecraft version 1.5, aka the Redstone update, is released. New additions include redstone-related blocks such as the activator rails, redstone blocks, daylight sensors, comparators, trapped chests, and weighted pressure plates, as well as nether quartz and quartz blocks. April. Minecraft Pocket Edition and PC Mac editions have sold more than 10 million copies each. July. Minecraft version 1.6, aka the Horse Update, is released. New additions include horses, donkeys, mules, skeleton and zombie horses, horse armor, hay bales, carpet, and hardened and stained clay blocks. October. Minecraft version 1.72, aka the update that changed the world, is released. It includes new biomes, blocks, and types of fish. December, Minecraft for PlayStation 3 is released. 2014, June, the sales of console editions surpassed the sale for PC Mac edition across all platforms. 54 million copies of the game have been sold. August, Minecraft version 1.8, aka the Bountiful update, is released. New additions include diorite, andesite, granite, banners, slime, and barrier blocks, ocean monuments in deep ocean biomes, rabbits, and changes to the enchanting system. September, Mojang is acquired by Microsoft. Minecraft Xbox One and Minecraft PlayStation 4 editions are released. The technical stuff. Platforms. Minecraft is available on a number of platforms. You can play on your computer, either PC or Mac, on Xbox and PlayStation consoles, or on pocket devices. The game varies depending on which platform you use. Single player and multiplayer. You can play alone in single player, or ask a friend to show you what to do in multiplayer. For purposes of this book, we have assumed you'll be starting out on your own in single player. Creative, survival, and hardcore modes. You'll be asked to choose one of the following modes. In creative mode, no monsters will attack you, you'll be able to fly around, and you'll have a full inventory of items. This is great if you want unlimited resources to build amazing creations and buildings without having Lord, forgive me for my sins. Without having them blown up by creepers every 5 minutes. In survival mode, you get to have loads of fun fighting off monsters. You can choose to play in easy, normal, hard, or peaceful difficulty. If you're a beginner, it's best to start off with normal difficulty. In hardcore mode, the difficulty is locked on hard, and you only get one life. The decision is yours. Levels. As you play, you will earn experience points, which enable you to level up. The green bar shows your current level, so you can see how close you are to reaching the next level. Experience points are earned when you mine items and kill monsters. Experience orbs will appear, and you can pick them up. Did you know there are 17 experience points to each of the first 16 levels of the game? Once you reach level 17, the number of points needed to rank up increases with each level you achieve, making progress more difficult. Tip: experience points will come in useful when you learn how to enchant items to improve their performance. You can use your experience points as a method of payment to enchant objects like tools, weapons, and armor. Controls. PC Mac Edition controls. Button 1, attack. W, forward. S, back. Space, jump. Q, drop. T, chat. Button 3, pick block. Button 2, use item. A, left. D, right. L, shift. Sneak. E, inventory. Tab, list players. Slash, command. Left click, button 1. Right click, button 2. Scroll, button 3. Did you know there's a 3D mode? Go to options, video settings, and then turn 3D anaglyph mode on. All you need are some red and blue 3D glasses. Tip: hold your shift key down when exploring ledges and cliff tops. This will allow you to sneak around and will stop you. and will stop you falling over the edge. Pocket Edition controls. Place/use item. Tap screen in desired area. Destroy/mine item. Tap and hold screen in desired area. Open inventory. Tap triple dot button on right of hotbar. Jump. Center circle button. Forward/backward/left/right. Arrow. Buttons. PlayStation with controls. Oh. That says Vita, not with. PlayStation Vita controls. Left trigger. Place/use item. Left/right D-pad. Cycle held item. Down D-pad. Sneak. Left analog stick. Move. Right analog stick. Look. Select. Players/invite. Start. Pause. R. Right trigger. Destroy/mine item. X. Jump/fly. Circle. Drop/throw item. Square. Open crafting menu. Triangle. Open inventory. Controls continued. Xbox One controls. LT left trigger. Place/use item. RT right trigger. Destroy/mine item. LB/RB left bumper/right bumper. Change the selected item. Left analog stick. Move forward twice in quick succession. Run. Left analog stick pressed down. Fly lower in creative mode or change camera angle. Left analog stick. Move. A. Jump/fly. B. Drop/throw item. X. Open crafting menu. Y. Open inventory. Right analog stick. Move. Right analog stick. Look. Right analog stick. Press down. Sneak/walk. PlayStation 4 controls. L2 left trigger. Place/use item. R2 right trigger. Destroy/mine. X. Jump/fly. Circle. Drop/throw item. Square. Open crafting menu. Triangle. Open inventory. Right analog stick. Look. Right analog stick. Press down. Sneak/walk. Left analog stick. Move. L1/R1 left bumper/right bumper. Change the selected item. Left analog stick. Move forward twice in quick succession. Run. Left analog stick. Press down. Fly lower in creative mode or change camera angle. And now we get to the good part. Inventory. Your inventory is the place where everything you mine and collect is stored. You can open your inventory at any time during the games. See pages 14 to 17 to check out how to do it on your device. Crafting grid. Place ingredients here to craft them into useful items and tools. Output square. Your newly crafted item will appear here. Items. Most items are stackable up to a maximum of 64 per slot. Storage. There are 27 storage slots available in your inventory. Did you know? Crafting is trickier on PC/Mac edition than console or pocket editions. The console and pocket editions tell you what you can make with the items you have. But on a PC or Mac, you have to figure it out for yourself. When you exit your inventory, a line of 9 hotkey slots will appear at the bottom of your screen. This is your hotbar, which is a mini inventory where you can keep things you use most often. Just move an item from your inventory onto one of the hotkey slots to assign it. When you select a slot, the item saved in that slot will appear in your hand. ready to be used. Tip: a well-organized hotbar might just save your life. Keep at least one weapon and one source of food in your hotbar at all times so you can defend yourself against a hostile enemy or quickly fill up your food bar. Survival mode. First moments. You will begin your game or spawn at daybreak in a randomly generated environment. Take a moment to look around and see what resources you've got to work with. If you're lucky, you'll find yourself in an area full of natural resources like trees, rocks, water, and animals that you can use to make useful items. If you're unlucky, you might find yourself on a tiny island in the middle of a vast ocean with no resources and nothing useful in sight. Lucky spawn: trees, check. Rocks, check. Water, check. Animals, check. Perfect. Unlucky spawn: stranded in the middle of an ocean on a tiny island. Uh-oh. Did you know? If you die, you can reappear at your spawn point. Mark a trail from your spawn point to the shelter you will build. That way, if you die, you can always get back to the safety of your home quickly. 1. Daytime only lasts for 10 minutes. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Check where it is now to keep track of its progress through the sky, so you know how close it is to nightfall, which is when the monsters come out. More about them later. When you've found some more resources, you'll be able to craft a clock. See page 86 for recipe. 2. Your main priorities are to find a few basic resources and a good spot to build a shelter for the night to keep you safe from monsters. Head to the nearest tree and hit the trunk repeatedly with your hand. After a few moments, the section of the trunk you're hitting will fall away as a small cube of wood, which you can pick up. It will then appear in your inventory. Tip: when harvesting trees, the wood blocks should automatically zoom toward you and pop into your inventory. If they don't, you might not be standing close enough. Just step forward a few paces to pick them up. 3. Repeat step 2 until you have at least 15 blocks near your hotbar. Open the inventory and drag one block of wood into the crafting square and into any of the crafting squares to create 4 planks of wood. Wood planks recipe: 1 wood block makes 4 wooden planks. 4. Move the planks into your inventory to save them and drag them back into the crafting area. 4 planks will create a crafting table, which is a very useful tool that you'll use constantly. Crafting table recipe: 4 wooden planks in a 2x2 grid make a crafting table. Paul Soares Jr. My first day in Minecraft. Survival single player. I purchased Minecraft in July 2010. Notch just released version alpha 1.03, which added monster sounds and cave noises to the game for the first time. This was a time before chickens and cows even existed. It was a time when zombies dropped feathers. A time before hunger bar and auto heal. A time before comfy beds to sleep through the scary night. Aye, it was a long time ago, in a long forgotten age. My first day in Minecraft started well. The landscape was beautiful with its bright grasslands, sandy beaches, dense forests, rolling green hills, and tall mountains with waterfalls cascading down their stony cliff faces. I just started wandering, exploring every nook and cranny. It felt like I was on some sort of fantastic journey in a wild, undiscovered place. A brave new world that no other living soul had ever stepped foot upon. Not counting the few pigs and sheep I had encountered, of course. Then the sun sank beneath the horizons, and nightfall covered the land in darkness. That's when I discovered I was not alone in my world, and that I shared it with a variety of terrible monsters. Zombies, skeletons, and giant spiders were literally popping out of the dark all around me. Not surprisingly, they didn't seem particularly interested in sharing their world. Rather, they were far more concerned with making me a snack. Their snack. The chase was on. The monsters were persistent and pursued me this way and that. I ran for my life, but quickly realized there was no place to go. They were everywhere, in the dark of night, and inside caves as well. I had no light source, no shelter to hide in, and no weapon. So I did the one thing I could do. I continued to run. It was during this mad dash for survival that I met my first creeper. I had no idea what it was, since it didn't resemble any typical monster or creature from familiar lore or legend. At first glance, it appeared to be harmless. It didn't have any sort of visible weapons. Heck, it didn't even have any arms. I must admit, it was even a little bit cute. Maybe it's friendly, I reasoned. I moved towards it, thinking it might help me against the monsters, still giving chase. As I got closer, this odd creature started making a hissing sound. That actually sounds more like a sizzle, I thought to myself, as I came face to face with this strange, adorable creature, and then it started to expand. Kaboom! The creeper exploded and blew me to smithereens, and the screen reported, "Game over." Thus ended my first day in Minecraft. I eventually decided to make my own tutorials to help people not get eaten on their first night. Check out youtube.com/PaulSoaresJr. Wooden tools. Tools are essential for mining, as they allow you to destroy blocks faster and more efficiently. Without them, you're not going to get very far at all, so you need to craft a basic set as early as possible. When you first start playing, you only have wood, so the first tool you need to make is a wooden pickaxe. This will enable you to mine stone, which you need to create stone tools to mine more valuable substances. Did you know? Tools have different levels of durability, which refers to the number of uses you can get out of them before they are worn down. A tool's durability varies according to the type of material it is made from. Place your crafting table on the ground in front of you and interact with it. You now have a 3x3 crafting grid to work with, which means you can craft more complicated items. First, make sticks for the handle. 2 planks, one on top of the other, will give you 4 sticks. Wooden pickaxe recipe. Add 3 planks of wood to form the head of the pickaxe. A wooden pickaxe will mine basic ores and blocks, like coal and cobblestone, but not valuable ores like redstone, gold, or diamond. Durability 60. Wooden axe recipe. An axe will allow you to chop wood more quickly. Wooden shovel recipe. A shovel will dig dirt, sand, gravel, clay, and snow more quickly. Durability 60. Tip. You can repair worn down tools by combining 2 tools of the same type in the crafting grid. When combined, they'll produce 1 tool with increased durability. Plus, you'll have another free slot in the inventory. Now you're all ready to start mining stone. Torches. Sunset is approaching and you need a light source. Fast. Hostile monsters like spiders, creepers, and zombies will spawn in the dark areas, including your shelter. Scary stuff. Eek! A giant arachnid that can see in the dark. 1. To make torches, you'll need wood and coal. Look for a rock face and see if you can spot any coal ore. It looks like stone with black flecks, and it is commonly found in cliff faces as well as below ground. 2. Use your wooden pickaxe to destroy a block of coal ore until it drops a lump of coal. Repeat until you have several lumps so you can make lots of torches. You never have too many torches. Torch recipe. Torches can be crafted without a crafting table because they require only two ingredients, sticks and coal. A stick and one lump of coal will make 4 torches, and that can be placed on top of or the sides of solid blocks. They can be placed on water, on the side of stairs, or on the bottom of blocks. Jeb says, to make it easier to survive your first night, burn blocks of wood in a furnace to make charcoal. You can use this instead of coal to craft torches, which means you can go caving even if you haven't found coal. Furnace recipe. Arrange 8 blocks of cobblestone in your crafting grid to make a furnace. Jack-o'-lantern recipe. Torches can be crafted into jack-o'-lanterns by combining them with pumpkins. Tip. You can use torches to melt snow and ice to create a safe path. Did you know? You might be able to find torches in strongholds, abandoned mineshafts, and NPC, non-player character, villages. Shelter. Time to make a shelter to keep you safe from monsters during the night. Don't forget to bring your crafting table with you because you're going to need it once you're inside. 1. Find a suitable spot in a rock face. You could use the area where you've been mining coal as a starting point, then dig farther in. You'll need plenty of space inside for your crafting table and various other items, as well as extra space to move around. Use the rock you mine to build a wall between you and the outside world. Dig an L-shaped space in the rocks so you can hide around a corner in case a skeleton decides to shoot at you through the window. Notch says, your first day's shelter doesn't have to be pretty. You can work on it the next day. Just make sure you have a place you can hide from all the creepy crawlies. Just leave one block open so you can spot monsters and see when daylight returns. 3. Place a torch on each wall inside your shelter. Having a light source will ensure no hostile monsters spawn inside your shelter. Monsters can spawn anywhere that is dark enough. Chest recipe. Your inventory slots will eventually fill up, so make a chest to store excess items. Did you know a single chest can store up to 27 stacks of items/blocks? Placing 2 chests next to each other will give you the double chests with 54 storage slots. Number 4. Place the chest in your shelter. You can use them to store valuable items that you want to keep safe, or items that you aren't using right now. Stone tools and weapons. There's no time to relax during your first night. While you're hiding out in the shelter, you need to craft some more advanced tools for your second day so that you can gather resources you need. Access to the crafting table again. Access your crafting table again. You're going to craft a range of stone, tools, and weapons. Not a list. It was I'm not really good at reading. Not one of my strong suits, really. You're going to craft a range of stone tools and weapons that will make day 2 easier than day 1. Luckily, you're surrounded by stone, so you should have plenty of material. Stone tools last longer than wooden tools and allow you to mine substances like stone and ores much more quickly. The stone pickaxe is ideal for mining stone, coal ore, and iron ore. Durability, 132. Stone shovel recipe. A stone shovel is ideal for digging grass, dirt, sand, and clay. 132. Frick. Durability, 132. Stone axe recipe. A stone axe will make chopping wood much easier. Durability, 132. Stone sword recipe. Making a stone sword to defend yourself against hostile monsters. Durability, 132. Save your tools in your hotbar for easy access. Then check out all the experience points you've earned as a result of your crafting spree. Tip. When mining for stone, never dig straight down. This is the #1 rule of Minecraft. You can fall into lava, a cave system, or a dungeon. all of which could result in your ultimate untimely death. Never dig directly above your head either. Did you know? When you gather enough resources, you'll be able to craft iron, gold, and diamond tools. Each substance has a different durability and destroys blocks at a different rate. Diamond tools are the most durable and effective. A stone pickaxe helps you mine coal ore more quickly. Health and food. In survival and hardcore modes, you'll need to keep an eye on your health and food bars. They just sit above your hotbar. The health bar is made up of 10 hearts, and the food bar is made up of 10 shanks. Your health bar will go down if you begin to starve or take damage. Your food bar will go down as you use up energy. Be warned, if your health bar goes down to 0, you will die. Did you know? Different types of food will restore different amounts of points. 1 point equals half a shank. A potato will restore 1 food point, but a cake will restore 14 points. See page 37 for a cake recipe. When day 2 finally breaks, assuming you're still alive, which you should be if you've been paying attention, your next priority will be to find food. Fortunately, it's likely to be all around you. It's impossible to be greedy and overeat in Minecraft, so don't even try. You won't be able to eat food when your food bar is full, or if you're playing in creative mode. You can only eat when you need to fill up your food bar. Hunting Animals by Paul Soares Jr. I usually feel guilty when I need to kill animals for their resources, sometimes. However, an animal will employ special tactics to confuse and frustrate you to the very point that you can't wait to kill it. I remember a particularly annoying cow in my early days of survival. I had searched far and wide for leather, but could not find any cows. I was nearly ready to give up when I spied one on the edge of a cliff. The cliff face was too sheer to climb, so I used the gravel elevator trick, jumping and placing gravel below you to raise myself to the cow's height. As I reached the top of the cliff, the cow decided to employ a secret evasion tactic. Jump! The cow landed far below with a crunch. I shouted angry words and dug my way back down to the ground. The cow seemed to be out of escape tricks, so I killed it, and it went poof and dropped nothing. And the moral of the story, when you go hunting, bring a bow. Meat. Meat restores lots of food points. Look for a cow, a pig, a chicken, a sheep, or a rabbit, and hit it repeatedly until it dies. You'll know it's dead because it will turn red and then fall over and disappear. It's best to cook meat before eating it to increase the food points it will restore. Plus, if you eat raw chicken, there's a chance you'll get food poisoning. Once you've collected a raw meat, head back to your shelter and cook it in your furnace. Just place coal, charcoal, or wood underneath the flame symbol and the raw food on top. After a few moments, it will be ready to eat. It's a good idea to keep some cooked food in your hotbar when you go exploring, in case if you need to fill up urgently. Beef, raw, 3 points. Pork chop, raw, 3 food points. Chicken, raw, 2 food points. Mutton, raw, 2 food points. Rabbit, raw, 3 food points. Steak, cooked, 8 food points. Pork chop, cooked, 8 food points. Chicken, cooked, 6 food points. Mutton, cooked, 6 food points. Rabbit, cooked, 5 food points. If the first animal you kill doesn't drop any meat, look for another. The animal will try to run away from you once you hit it, so you need to be fast. Fish. Raw fish are an unlimited and reliable source of food. On a rainy day, you can catch a fish every 15 seconds on average. To catch a fish, all you need is a fishing rod and a boat. There are 3 types of edible fish that can be caught with a fishing rod: raw fish, salmon, and clownfish. You can eat all 3 types of raw fish, but Raw fish and raw salmon can be cooked in a furnace. Fishing rod recipe, you can you see, I could be illiterate. You don't know. Fishing rod recipe. You can craft a fishing rod from sticks and string. Durability 65. You can get string from killing spiders or destroying cobwebs or tripwires. Raw fish 2 food points. Salmon raw 2 food points. Clownfish raw 2 food points. Cooked fish 5 food points. Salmon cooked 6 food points. Find an area full of water and use your fishing rod to cast your bait into the water. A bobber will dip when you caught something, and then you can reel it in. To increase the number of food points they provide, cook raw fish and raw salmon in your furnace. Fruit and vegetables. Fruit and vegetables are an ideal food source. If you can't find any animals, or if you just don't want to kill poor defenseless creature. And they're all around you, if you don't know where to look. If you know where to look. Apples. Apples are a great food source, since you can find them in trees and don't need to grow or prepare them. Find some oak trees, then destroy the leaves until an apple falls out. Food points 4. Melon slices. Melon blocks are found in jungle biomes, and their seeds are in chests in abandoned mine shafts. When they're destroyed, melon blocks can drop 3 to 7 melon slices. Food points 2. Carrots. Carrots are sometimes dropped by zombies when they die, but can be frequently found in NPC village farms, just sitting there ready for the taking. Food points 3. Potatoes. Like carrots, potatoes are rare drops from zombies and can be found in NPC village farms. A potato can be baked in the furnace, which increases its food points. Food points 1. Raw. 5. Baked. Baked goods. With just a few base ingredients and a bit of know-how, you can expand your Minecraft menu to include a variety of baked goods and sweet treats with high food point values. Yum! Bread recipe. A loaf of bread can be crafted from just 3 wheat farmed from seeds dropped by long grass. Food points 5. Pumpkin pie recipe. You need 1 pumpkin, sugar crafted from sugarcane, and 1 egg dropped by chickens. Food points 8. Cookie recipe. You need wheat and cocoa beans found in jungle biomes at pods on the side of jungle trees. Food points 2. Cake recipe. You need 3 buckets of milk obtained by using a bucket on a cow. 2 sugar, wheat. See pages 78 and 79. And 1 egg. Food points 14. Bucket recipe. You can craft a bucket from 3 iron ingots. Buckets can hold water, lava, or milk. Crafting a bed. You've made it through your first night and your second night is approaching fast. Take some time during your second day to find wool to craft a bed, as it will make the nights much easier. Using your bed at night allows you to sleep right through to the next morning in complete safety, and that means you can avoid a whole night of potential hostile monster attacks. Awesome! There are several ways to obtain wool. By killing a sheep with a tool or weapon. By shearing the wool from a sheep with shears. By crafting 4 pieces of string together, dropped by spiders. By finding a dropped block of wool when a wolf kills a sheep. Sheep shearing. If you're feeling kind and decide to shear a sheep rather than kill one, you'll be rewarded for your good deed. They will drop 1 to 3 blocks of wool if you shear them, but only 1 if you kill them. You just use your shears on a sheep. The wool will fall away and you'll be able to pick it up. Shears. Recipe. You'll need 2 iron ingots obtained by smelting iron ore in your furnace. Did you know, in single player, once you've slept in your bed, it will automatically become your spawn point, which means you'll always spawn safely at home. If you're feeling lazy and try to sleep during the day, a message will pop up saying you can only sleep at night. Bed. Recipe. A comfy bed can be crafted from 3 blocks of wool and 3 planks. Zzz. When you're a little more advanced, you might journey to the nether or the end, but don't be tempted to place a bed in either dimension or you'll get an explosive surprise. Table of blocks. As you explore, you'll discover new blocks in the unlikeliest of places. Many appear at surface level, but with a little mining skill, you can find precious substances deep below ground. This is a table of basic blocks, divided into various categories. The ores on the left are mainly found below ground. Some are very rare. Most of the other blocks occur regularly across the overworld. The column on the right contains blocks only found in the nether and end dimensions. Most of these blocks can be mined, picked up, but air, water, fire, lava, cobweb, bedrock, and monster spawner cannot. Did you know different blocks are best mined with different tools? Wood blocks are mined quickest with an axe, whereas for sand and gravel, it's a shovel. Some higher tier ores can only be mined with an iron pickaxe or better. Tip: make sure you always have an axe, a pickaxe, and a shovel in your inventory. That way you'll be prepared no matter what type of block you need to mine when out and about. A Guide to Mining Rare Elements by Captain Sparkles. Gold, redstone, emerald, and diamond are higher tier ores, and finding them can prove very rewarding. In order to find these materials, you will need to venture underground to a fairly low elevation level. You'll need an iron pickaxe at the very least to be able to mine these ores. I'd recommend additional weapons and armor in order to successfully fight off the mobs that you will run into underground. Gold ore, the easiest of the bunch to find, as it generates in fairly large quantities and can be found at elevations ranging from Y1 all the way to Y31. Once gold ore is mined, it must be smelted in a furnace to make gold ingots, which can be used to make armor and weapons. Tip: given the overlapping elevations at which these resources are found, the best place to search for them is between the elevations Y5 and Y10. All 4 ores generate at their maximum rates within that range. Redstone ore, found between the elevations of Y1 and Y15, and generates in larger quantities than gold between those elevations, making it easier to find. When mined, redstone ore will give you several redstone dust, which can be used later on to create circuits. Did you know you can check your coordinates when playing on a PC/Mac by pressing F3 and checking your X, east, west, Y, high, low, and Z, north, south coordinates? The Y coordinates is useful when mining, since it tells you how deep you are. The bottom of the world, the lowest bedrock layer, is 0, and the sea level is Y equals 64. Diamond ore, arguably the most useful material in the game, and can be found between the elevations Y1 and Y10 in similar quantities to gold. When mined, diamond ore will give you a diamond, which you need to craft any diamond tool, weapon, or piece of armor. Emerald ore, only found in extreme hills biome between the elevations y=4 and y=31, but in much smaller quantities than any of the others. Mining emerald ore will give you a single emerald, which can be used in villager trades as payment for other items. Mining, the golden rules. Mining can be a highly dangerous business, but it's also essential if you want to access useful materials. Keep these golden rules in mind, and you'll have a much better chance of surviving your subterranean journeys. 1. Location. Try to find an existing cave system rather than digging blindly into the ground. This will save you an incredible amount of time and resources, and hopefully lead you straight to the good stuff. 2. Starting out. Never dig straight up or straight down. You could unearth lava, water, or hostile enemies. Number 3. Safety first. Always carry a bucket of water in your heart bar, in case you do fall into lava and catch fire. Number 4. Waterfalls. If you're careful, you can swim up and down waterfalls to travel quickly between different levels. Just remember not to stay submerged for too long, or you will drown. Number 5. Health. Remember to bring food. All that mining will take its toll on your food and health bars, and you'll need to fill up. Number 6. Supplies. Don't forget to take plenty of wood. Without it, you won't be able to craft tools or torches. Building a base. If you'll be spending a lot of time in a particular cave system, build yourself a base. It's always useful to have somewhere safe where you can craft, smelt useful items. Mobs. Mobs, short for mobiles, are creatures that have a degree of intelligence and behave independently. This includes monsters and villagers, as well as animals. Most mobs drop useful items. Some mobs are passive and won't attack you, even if you attack them. A few are neutral and will only become hostile if you attack them first. But many are hostile and will attack you as soon as they see you. So it's very important that you learn where to find them and what they look like. Animals. Mostly passive creatures, animals are a handy source of useful materials. Chicken. Cute, feathery chickens make a delightful clucking noise. Found on land. Drops, eggs, 0 to 2 feathers, 1 raw chicken, 1 to 3 experience points. Hostility level, passive. Sheeps. Sheep are a natural source of mutton, as well as wool, which you'll need to make a bed. Found on land. Drops, 1 to 3 wool when sheared, 1 wool when killed, 1 to 2 raw mutton, 1 to 2 cooked mutton if killed with fire, 1 to 3 experience points. Hostility level, passive. Cow. Cows may be the noisiest mob in the overworld, but they're a great source of materials. Found on land. Drops, 0 to 2 pieces of leather, 1 to 3 pieces of raw beef, 1 to 3 pieces of steak if killed with fire, milk if you use a bucket while alive, 1 to 3 experience points. Hostility level, passive. Mushroom. Red and white cows covered in mushrooms. Found in the Mushroom Island biome. Drops, mushroom bowl if you use a bowl while alive. 5 mushrooms if sheared. 0 to 2 pieces of leather. 1 to 3 pieces of raw beef. 1 to 3 pieces of steak if killed with fire. 1 to 3 experience points. Hostility level, passive. Rabbit, fluffy but potentially deadly. Drops 0 to 1 raw rabbit, 0 to 1 cooked rabbit if killed with fire, 0 to 1 rabbit hide. A rabbit's foot, rarely. Hostility level, passive, with the exception of the killer bunny. That's one unfriendly rabbit. Pig. Pigs are a source of food and transport. Found on land. Drops 1 to 3 raw pork chops, 1 to 3 cooked pork chops if killed with fire, a saddle if saddled, 1 to 3 experience points, hostility level, passive. Did you know pigs can be used as a mode of transportation? All you need is a saddle and a carrot on a stick. Saddle the pig and climb on, then lead it in whichever direction you choose, using the carrot on a stick. Saddles can be found in chests inside dungeons, abandoned mine shafts, nether fortresses, desert and jungle temples, and in blacksmith chests in NPC villages. Carrot on a stick recipe, fishing pole, and the carrot. Horse. Horses, donkeys, and mules can be tamed and are one of the fastest methods of transport around. Found. Horses and donkeys are found in plains and savannas. Mules are created when a player breeds a horse with a donkey. Hostility level, passive. Drops 0 to 2 pieces of leather, a saddle if saddled, horse armor if equipped, chest plus contents if equipped. 1 to 3 experience points. Wolf. Wild wolves can be tamed, turning them into dogs. Make sure you don't hurt them, or they'll become hostile. Found in grassy areas, in forests, and taiga biomes. Hostility level, usually neutral. Hostility level, hostile when attacked. Drops 1 to 3 experience points. Did you know wolves can be tamed with a few bones? Skeletons drop bones when they die. Once tamed, a red collar will appear on the wolf. It will attack whatever you're fighting, unless it's a creeper, in which case it will run for its life. Very sensible. You can put tamed wolves on leads using fishing rods. Ocelot. Wild ocelots can be tamed, turning them into cat companions. Drops 1 to 3 experience points. Found in jungles. Hostility level, passive. Ocelots transform into cute cats when tamed with fish. Both ocelots and cats will scare creepers away, so they make great companions. Bats. Bats are the only passive mob able to fly. Found anywhere in the overworld. Drops nothing. Hostility level, passive. Bats are unique. They're the only passive mob that spawn in the dark, and also the only passive mob that can fly. Squid. Despite their toothy appearance, squids are harmless and perfectly happy minding their own business. Found in water. Hostility level, passive. Drops 1 to 3 ink sacs, 1 to 3 experience points. Villagers. Farmer, priest, butcher, blacksmith, librarian. Villagers are humans, figures, dressed in different clothing, depending on their job within the village. Found in NPC, non-player character, villages, either wandering around within different buildings, depending on their job. They spawn in the building that relates to their profession. Drops nothing, but they like to trade goods for emeralds. If you see a huge iron creature lumbering around a village, don't be alarmed. It's just your friendly local iron golem. There to defend the villagers from hostile mob attacks. They spawn naturally in villages with 10 or more villagers and 21 or more doors. You can also craft them on the ground in front of you using 4 blocks of iron and a pumpkin head. Did you know villagers can breed, creating cute baby villagers? But sadly, they only stay babies for 20 minutes, after which they become adults. A Guide to Villager Trading by Captain Sparkles. Select a villager and take a look at their trading menu. Adding items you are willing to trade on the left side of the arrow will result in an item appearing for the taking on the right. Emeralds will always be involved in a transaction, either as payment or as the item to be purchased. As a player continues to trade, the villagers will add more offers to their trade menus. You'll know a villager has added a new offer when a purple particle effect appears over their head. These offers can be accessed by selecting the buttons on the right or left of the trade menu. The cost of the trades may seem quite high given the scarcity of emeralds, but villager trading is the only way to obtain items like chainmail armor and bottle enchanting in survival mode, so it's well worth doing. Tip: villages may also hold valuable loot. A quick search through the buildings may uncover items as rare as diamonds, and sometimes even the resources needed to complete villager trade. There's nothing better than getting a villager to pay to recover his own items. Villagers can be attacked by zombies and turned into zombie villagers, and baby villagers can be turned into terrifying baby zombie villagers. Eek! Profile: Creeper, aka Creepus Explodus. Creepers are one of the most dangerous mobs in the game. They will run towards you, then explode, possibly killing you and destroying everything in the surrounding area, e.g., the house that took days to build. Creepers are almost completely silent, which makes it easy for them to take you by surprise. They hiss quietly just before they explode. Creepers spawn in areas with light level of 7 or less, but don't die when the sun rises. Instead, they continue to creep around until killed. Lighting your house or shelter will stop creepers spawning inside. Weapons: TNT. Hostility level: hostile. Did you know Notch accidentally invented the creeper when he was trying to make a pig? How to kill: shoot several times with the bow and arrow from a distance. Hit with a highly durable weapon like a diamond sword. Just make sure you retreat quickly if the creeper starts to make a hissing sound. Blow up by luring into a hole filled with TNT. Try to make him fall from a height, e.g. a cliff. Try to make it walk through lava. Try to make it walk into a cactus. Drops: gunpowder, which you can use to make TNT. Music discs if killed by a skeleton. 5 experience points. If a creeper is struck by lightning, it becomes a charged creeper, which will make it even more dangerous and explosive. Stay out of its way at all costs. An Early Encounter with a Creeper by Paul Soares Jr. On my first world, I had a small home carved into the side of a hill. I built a balcony overlooking the front lawn. At night, I would stand on the balcony and taunt the monsters below. I recall one particular night when a group of agitated creepers were beneath that balcony, but I was well out of their reach. As I laughed and called them names, a creeper landed right down next to me, having jumped down onto the balcony from a ledge above. I leaped away just as the creeper exploded, and it blew the balcony to pieces. I survived the blast, but fell to the lawn below, smack dab in the middle of an angry gang of creepers. Moral of the story: creepers always get the last laugh. In Minecraft, the seemingly impossible is often possible, and that applies to hostile mobs as well as you. Despite having no arms, creepers are still clever enough to climb ladders and vines. Don't say we didn't warn you. Profile. Skeleton. Skeletons can move quickly and are armed with bows and arrows, which means they can kill you from a distance. They are fairly smart. They can climb ladders and will seek shelter from the sun where they can. They spawn in areas with a light level of 7 or less, and you'll know a skeleton is nearby if you hear a rattly, almost musical sound. Weapons: an enchanted bow and arrows, very rarely, and a bow and arrows. Hostility level: hostile. Bow and arrow recipes: 3 sticks and 3 string, 1 flint, 1 stick, and 1 feather. How to kill: shoot several times with a bow and arrow from a distance. Hit with a highly durable weapon like a diamond sword, then retreat quickly. Try to trap it in daylight. This will cause it to burst into flames. Try to make it fall from a height, e.g. off a cliff. Try to make it walk through lava. Try to make it walk into cacti. Tip: if you manage to kill a skeleton from 50 blocks away or more with a bow and arrows, you'll earn the Sniper Duel achievement as a reward. Drops: bones, arrows, occasionally they will also drop their bow, armor, very rarely if equipped, 5 experience points. Did you know skeletons can shoot endermen with their arrows, which is something players can't do? However, this usually results in the enderman becoming hostile toward the skeleton and killing it shortly after. How to Kill a Skeleton by Captain Sparkles. The easiest way to kill a skeleton is to use its own weapon against it. Using a bow to fire arrows from a distance greatly reduces the chance of being hit in return. Because skeletons have the same health as a player, 3 shots from a fully charged bow will be enough to kill them. If melee/hand-to-hand weapons are the only option, it is most efficient to use a sprint approach in a spiraling fashion, as the skeleton will have a greater chance of missing. Blocking it with a sword before being struck by a skeleton's arrow would also reduce the damage it deals. Try to avoid picking a melee fight with a skeleton in the water. However, as the reduced player movement speed will make the skeleton even deadlier. Skeletons have the ability to pick up and put on armor, mob heads, pumpkins, and jack-o'-lanterns. Any headgear a skeleton picks up will protect it from burning in sunlight, making it even more dangerous. Try not to let them get their bony hands on these items. Profile: zombie. Zombies aren't much of a threat unless you bump into a large group of them, but they can repeatedly inflict damage just by touching you. They spawn on solid blocks in areas with a light level of 7 or less. You can usually hear them coming towards you, since they make groaning noises when wandering, and snarling noises when attacked or injured. Hostility level: hostile. Tip: zombies will try to break down the door to your shelter. If it's a wooden door, they'll only succeed if your difficulty is set to hard. But if it's an iron door, their clumsy green fists will never manage to break through. Take that, zombies! Did you know some zombies can pick items up from the ground? And you can give a zombie items like swords, bones, and bows. Be warned, this will make the zombie highly dangerous. How to Kill: shoot with a bow and arrow from a distance. Hit repeatedly with a weapon until it dies. Try to trap it in daylight, which will make it burst into flames. It will try to seek shade under a tree or in water, so this can be tricky. Try to make it fall from a height, e.g. off a cliff. Try to make it walk through lava. Try to make it walk into cacti. If a zombie picks up any headgear, it will be protected from burning in the sun. Some zombies spawn wearing armor and may drop some or all of it when killed. drops rotten flesh. You can eat it, but there's a good chance you'll get food poisoning as a result. 5 experience points. Iron ingots very rarely. Shovels very rarely. Swords very rarely. Carrots or potatoes very rarely. An Early Encounter with a Zombie by Paul Soares Jr. While recording a video tutorial about surviving underground, I had a near-death experience in a pool of lava. Quick thinking, fast reactions, and a bucket of water saved my life. So I was feeling good about having escaped death so expertly. Later, when I spied a patch of redstone ore on a narrow ledge above the lava, I was confident that I could collect it despite the danger. Sure enough, I mined the redstone and was happily making my way back along the ledge when a zombie fell from above, landed at my side, and punched me. The blow knocked me off the ledge and into the lava pool. But this time my luck ran out and I was burned to a crisp. Moral of the story, don't get cocky. Profile. Spider. Spiders are hostile when the light level around them is a 9 or less. So, they're only a threat to you at night in dark areas. Once hostile, however, they will remain that way even when the day comes out. They will spawn in areas with a light level of 9 or less and can see you through solid blocks. They can also climb walls and jump large distances. You can hear them coming as they make a hissing sound. Watch out for the red eyes glowing in the dark. Hostility level, neutral in daylight. Hostility level, hostile in low light levels. How to kill? Shoot with a bow and arrows from distance. Attack with a weapon like an axe or a sword. Set on fire with flint and steel. Try to make it fall from a height, e.g. off a cliff. Try to make it walk through lava. Try to make it walk into cacti. Drops. String, which can be used to make bows, fishing rods, and wool. 5 experience. And spider eyes, when killed by a player directly, which can be used to make certain potions. Very advanced stuff. How to Kill the Spider by Captain Sparkles. The most efficient way to kill a spider is with well-timed blows from a sword, since it will continue to lunge toward a player once aggravated. With 16 units of health, the spider takes fewer hits to kill than a zombie, but its agility allows it to strike more often. A bow and arrows can be effective from further away, but in close combat, due to the bow's charge-up time, a spider will often land multiple attacks before you are able to fire off a kill shot. Did you know, occasionally a spider will spawn with a skeleton on its back, forming the dangerous spider jockey. This thing can jump, climb walls, and shoot at you with arrows. Eek! Tips. Unless you're wearing armor and have a bow and arrows and plenty of space, you should make a run for it if you spot a spider jockey. It can kill you in seconds. Profile. Enderman. Endermen are rare neutral mobs, but they will attack you if provoked. You're in trouble if you attack them first, or if you accidentally catch them in your crosshairs at night. Since looking at an Enderman from the upper legs is taken as a sign of hostility, when an Enderman attacks, it will open its mouth and shake as it rushes towards you. They can teleport too, which makes it almost impossible to escape from them. They can also pick up blocks and move them around. They spawn in pairs, unlike other mobs, and can often be spotted at night in groups of up to 5. They retreat underground during the day. Neutral if left alone. Hostility level, hostile if attacked. Did you know if you put on a pumpkin head, an Enderman won't become hostile if you look at it? Weird, but true. Tip. An Enderman's secret weapon is its ability to teleport around and take you by surprise. If you find yourself the object of an Enderman's aggressive advances, it's best to get your back up against a solid surface like a wall or rock face as quickly as possible. This will make it impossible for the Enderman to teleport directly behind you and catch you off guard with an attack. How to kill? It's no good shooting an Enderman with a bow and arrows. It will just teleport away before the arrow hits, so you need to be clever if you want to finish them off. Try one of these tactics instead. Lead it to water, or throw water onto it using a bucket. Try to make it fall from a height of 44 blocks or more. Try to make it walk through lava. Try to make it walk into cacti. Drops, ender pearls. You can use an ender pearl to craft an eye of ender. 5 experience points. Because of their ability to pick up blocks, Endermen can create iron golems or snow golems if they pick up a pumpkin and place it on top of 2 stacked blocks of iron or snow, respectively. An early encounter with an Enderman by Paul Soares Jr. Ah, the Enderman, a perfect gentleman, until you look him in the eye. I remember when the Enderman didn't exist, which made my first encounter with one all the more terrifying. At the time, I had countless victories against many of the familiar monsters under my belt. Felt like the unrivaled champion of the realm. And then I met an Enderman. It was dusk, and I was strolling through a field with no small swagger, when suddenly I spotted a strange figure in the distance. It was tall and thin and black as night, with an unnaturally long limbs. I was creeped out for sure, but it paid me no heed, so I crept closer to get a better look. The creature wandered around aimlessly, carrying a block of dirt in its long arms. It did not appear to be hostile. I continued to observe the creepy fellow for another few moments, and that's when it happened. It turned out to face me, and I looked right into its eyes. It let out a terrible screech and began to tremble, but remained fixed where it stood, glaring at me. I freaked out and ran away from it. Then I heard a zup sound, and suddenly the thing was on me, attacking again and again. It was too fast, and I had no time to react. Then the world around me faded out. I was dead. The moral of the story: looks can be deceiving and deadly. Profile: Endermite. Endermites sometimes spawn when an Enderman teleports from one location to another, or when a player throws an Ender Pearl. They're small, hostile, bug-like creatures that look like silverfish. They have a single red eye and emit a purple particle effect. Much like the Endermen themselves, they despawn within 2 minutes. Endermen have 15% chance of spawning an Endermite when they teleport, but this drops off by 1% each time they spawn. When Endermites appear, Endermen will immediately attack them. Endermites will attack players within 16 blocks and will do 2 damage per hit. Hostility level: hostile. How to kill: build a 2-block tall tower and attack them from above so they can't damage you. Lead them to soul sand. They'll sink into it and suffocate. Drops: 3 experience points. Did you know, for some reason, you decide to name an Endermite using a name tag, it'll live until it's killed. Name tags can't be crafted but can be found in naturally generated chests, and sometimes can be caught when fishing. To attach, select it in your hotbar and use it on the chosen Endermite. Then type in a name. Profile: Silverfish. Silverfish spawn from monster spawners in strongholds, as well as from special stone-like blocks called monster eggs, found in strongholds and underground in extreme hill biomes. These small bug-like creatures can really cause you some grief. They will appear if you try to mine a monster egg block. When unearthed, a silverfish will immediately attack you, dealing half a heart of damage per hit, and if you attack them, any silverfish in the surrounding area will wake and join in. They really are best avoided if possible. The problem is monster egg blocks take slightly longer to mine than regular stone blocks, but are otherwise identical, so you can easily mine them by accident. Hostility level hostile drops 5 experience points. How to kill. Build 2-block tower and attack them from above so they can't damage you. Lead them to soul sand, they'll sink into it and suffocate. Try hitting them with a diamond sword if killed in a single hit. Nearby silverfish won't be alarmed. Tip: to reduce the chance of being overcome by silverfish when mining, make your mine as wide and open as possible. That way you won't back yourself into a corner. Profile: slime. Slimes can be large, medium, or tiny in size, and their health points decrease as they get smaller. They can see you through smaller blocks and will hop towards you and bump into you repeatedly until you die. Large and medium slimes can deal a fair amount of damage. Tiny slimes can only damage you by pushing you off a cliff or into lava. You can hear them coming by the slapping sound they make. When killed, they will separate into smaller slimes, except for tiny slimes, which will drop slime balls instead. Slimes spawn deep underground below level 40 in any light level, and on the surface of swamps in areas with light level of 8 or less. Hostility: hostile. How to kill. Shoot with the bow and arrows from a distance. Attack with a weapon like an axe or sword. Try to make it hop into cacti. Try to make it fall off from a height, e.g. off a cliff. Try to make it hop into lava. Did you know, once they spotted you, slimes will head straight towards you regardless of the direction you're traveling. This means you can lead them into danger or get rid of them. Try leading them into lava or over a cliff. Drops: tiny slimes will drop 0 to 2 slime balls, which can be used to make magma cream, used in brewing potions, and sticky pistons used to move blocks. Tiny slimes will drop 1 experience point, medium slimes will drop 2 experience points, and large slimes will drop 4 experience points. How to kill slime by Captain Sparkles. So long as a player keeps a reasonable distance from the slimes, they remain relatively easy to kill. When attacking a slime of larger size, always bear in mind that it will split once enough damage has been dealt, and keep a safe distance to avoid being swarmed, because only the larger slimes can deal damage to a player. It's best to focus attacks on those before moving on to the smallest ones. Profile: witch. Witches are highly dangerous. They use splash potions against players and cunningly drink helpful potions to protect themselves. This makes them the only non-boss mob that can heal. When damaged, they can drink a potion of healing. When set on fire, a potion of fire resistance. When submerged in water, a potion of water breathing. When far away from you, a potion of swiftness. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, witches aren't vulnerable to sunlight either. They spawn in the overworld when the light level is 7 or less, often in witch huts in swamplands. Did you know witches are the only silent hostile mob? Yep, can't even hear them coming. Tips: witches can't attack while they're healing themselves, so take advantage when they're drinking defensive potions and get some hits in. Hostility level hostile. Weapons: potions. Drops: glass bottles, glowstone dust, gunpowder, redstone dust, spider eyes, sticks, sugar, 5 experience points. How to kill: use a bow and arrows to take the witch out while standing out of range with its splash potions. Hit with a sword. It's a good idea to keep a bucket of milk in your hotbar when fighting a witch. If you drink it, any potion status effects will be nullified. Profile: guardian. Found in ocean monuments, as their name suggests, guardians exist guard. They spawn inside the ocean monuments and can be found in all chambers as well as outside. They're equipped with lasers to deal damage to any intruders, as well as to squid in the surrounding area. Hostility level hostile. Weapons, laser, and body spikes. Drops 0 to 1 raw fish, 0 to 1 prismarine crystals, 0 to 2 prismarine shards, clownfish, pufferfish, raw salmon. How to kill: try to corner it and hit it repeatedly with a diamond sword. Use a fishing rod to pull it out of the water and onto land where you can hit it with a diamond sword much more easily. Did you know? You won't be able to dodge a Guardian's laser beam, but if you're quick, you might be able to block it with another solid block. Profile: Elder Guardian. Elder Guardians are stronger versions of the Guardians and found in the center of the monument. Unlike regular Guardians, Elder Guardians can inflict a mining fatigue 3 on players. They tend to be found around the central chamber, guarding the most valuable treasure in gold blocks. Hostility level hostile, weapons, laser, and body spikes. Drops 0 to 1 raw fish, 0 to 1 prismarine crystals, 0 to 2 prismarine shards, clownfish, pufferfish, raw salmon, wet sponge when killed by a player. How to kill: try to corner it and hit it repeatedly with a diamond sword. Use a fishing rod to pull it out of the water and onto land where you can hit it with a diamond sword much more easily. Tip: don't even think about taking on an Elder Guardian without armor. They have 80 health points, and melee combat is unlikely to result in a win for you. Captain Sparkles. My first day in Minecraft. My first experience with Minecraft came in the summer of 2010, when the game was still in its alpha phase. I had been encouraged by a friend to try it and began my experience with the browser-based multiplayer, creative mode. For a few days, I experimented with the browser-based version before realizing there was a downloadable client for single-player survival mode. I had only watched a couple of Minecraft videos on YouTube at this point, and possessed only the most basic knowledge regarding overall gameplay strategy. But I decided to take the plunge. I loaded up the game and generated a new world. My character ended up on a hillside next to a beach with a very sparse supply of trees. I had a limited understanding of the tasks a player should strive to accomplish before days and a distinct lack of understanding of time allocation. So I decided to begin by exploring. Needless to say, my priorities were slightly out of order. Rather than beginning by harvesting the small amount of wood around my spawn point, I set off to find the coolest natural formation I could claim it as my home base. After about 10 minutes of exploration, I stumbled upon an overhang formation that I was happy to call home. The only problem was that it was less than 5 minutes of daylight remaining and no trees in sight. I was in a bit of a bind. Panic set in. I had found this great location to set up shop, but now I had to be forced to abandon it and search for wood. I found a few trees relatively quickly, but night was approaching fast. Due to my lack of experience, I ended up with only a set of wooden tools before nightfall, and nothing more. As soon as night hit, I realized my biggest mistake. I had forgotten to collect coal. No coal meant no torches, which meant I was completely blind in the dark. Up until the adventure update, night was pitch black. No brightness slider, no natural moonlight. I stood helpless in the pitch dark, listening to the faint sound of zombies in the distance, thinking that they were coming to attack me. I began to walk for my life, not realizing so long that as you stand still, mobs won't spawn within 24 blocks of you, and they won't pursue you until they are even closer. In retrospect, I realized this only further aggravated the situation. Things spiraled downhill pretty quickly from there. An arrow from a skeleton I couldn't see, punches from a zombie vaguely outlined in front of my face, attacks from a spider, all leading up to the dreaded hiss boom from a creeper that sent me to the respawn screen. With no beds in alpha, I was sent back to my coastal hillside. Spawn. To search again for my short-lived home base. This time, however, I'd surely do things differently, so as not to let history repeat itself. YouTube.com/Captain Sparkles. Improve your shelter in 5 easy steps. Now that you've made it through your first few nights, it's time to make some home improvements. You need to make your shelter as strong and secure as possible while ensuring you can see what's going on outside. Try these 5 easy steps to turn your emergency shelter into a home you can be proud of. 1. Expand. Dig further into your rock face to create more room and or build outward at the front of your shelter. 2. Craft wooden doors. These will keep you safe from hostiles, except for zombies if your difficulty is set to hard. 3. Craft windows. Smelt sand in your furnace to make glass, then replace parts of your walls with glass blocks to create basic windows. 4. Add more torches. This will prevent hostile mobs from spawning and make your home easier to find at night. Placing torches outside your home means you can see hostiles coming too. 5. Start a mine. Create the entrance to your mine inside your shelter so you will always be able to exit into your own home. Just remember to light it up or hostile mobs will join you as you hunt for valuable ores. 3 ladders can be crafted from 7 sticks. Ladders can be placed on the side of blocks. Gardening. Gardening. Such a relaxing and enjoyable pastime. Now that you've made yourself a real home, why not create a little garden to enjoy on sunny days? 1. Fence recipe. First, fence off an area to use as your garden. Right next to your home is ideal. That way it's on your doorstep and you can shoot inside your shelter if you spot a hostile mob. 2. Now lay out a path using either wood, planks, or stone. Then collect flowers, tree saplings, and plant them in your garden. 3. Create a pond by digging holes and collecting water from a nearby water source with a bucket. If you can find them, add some lily pads. Bench recipe. Making a bench out of wood stair blocks crafted from wood planks. Place your bench in a quiet spot in your garden. Although you can't technically sit on the bench, it's still an interesting feature. With a little bit of time and practice, you could have a garden like this. My First Garden by Paul Swords Jr. Back in the old days of Minecraft Alpha, we didn't have all of the fancy landscaping options that you have now. Gardeners today have access to flower pots, hedges, colorful slabs, stone walls, mossy steps, lily pads, ferns, vines, tall grass, and more. Alas, my first garden was a plain, sad-looking affair with a gravel path bordered by red and yellow flowers and surrounded by a wooden fence. Despite its blandness, I was rather proud of my little garden, though I don't think my neighbors shared my enthusiasm. In fact, they seemed almost offended that and were bent on its destruction. But what do you do? What do you expect when your neighbors are creepers? In the end, my neighbors got what they deserved, and my garden was transformed into a gaping crater. Probably for the best. And the moral of the story? Sometimes blessings are disguised as creeper craters. Farming crops. Having your own farm ensures you always have a reliable food source near your shelter. You can grow crops like wheat, melons, pumpkins, carrots, and potatoes by turning dirt into farmland. Wheat farm tutorial. First, you're going to need some wheat seeds. Find some tall grass and destroy it. It will drop between 0 and 1 seeds. Hoe recipe. Next, you'll need to till some dirt blocks to make them into farmland. To till dirt, you will need a wooden hoe. Did you know you can also collect the 0 to 3 wheat seeds by destroying full-grown wheat, which can often be found in growing in NPC villager farms? 3. Use your pickaxe to hack out several strips of blocks, each separated by a row of dirt blocks. Fill the strips with water in a bucket, then use your hoe to till the rows of dirt blocks. Plant wheat seeds in tilled earth fenced off by your farm. Fence off your farm to protect it. Wheat goes through 8 stages of growth. You can harvest wheat at any time by using a tool on it. but this will only yield wheat crops when it is in the final stage of growth. We can be used to breed animals, see the next page, and can be crafted into bread, cake, and cookies, see page 37. Yum! If you plant your wheat seeds on hydrated blocks of farmland, they will grow quickly, but if you can't find water, wheat seeds will eventually grow on unhydrated blocks too. Tips. Light helps wheat grow, so put torches next to your wheat farm to help it along at night. Bone meal recipe. Adding bone meal to your crops will bring them to their full-grown state immediately. You can make a bone meal by putting bones on a crafting grid. Growing melons, pumpkins, carrots, and potatoes is very similar to growing wheat. Just plant them in your farmland and wait for them to grow. Breeding animals. You can use food to encourage passive animals of the same species to breed, using producing cute baby animals. Animals won't respawn when killed, so breeding also ensures the survival of the species. Once fed, the animal will enter love mode. If a nearby animal of the same species is also in love mode, the pair will breed. You'll know an animal is in love mode when its little red hearts appear around the top of its head. The two animals will look like they're kissing for a moment, and red hearts will continue to appear. When they break apart, an adorable baby animal will be standing between them. Aww. The item of food needed to encourage animals to breed varies depending on the species. Most animals respond to just one type of food. Cats, fish, salmon, clownfish, pufferfish, mushrooms, wheat, horses, golden apples, gold carrots, chickens, seeds, sheep, wheat, pigs, carrots, cows, wheat, bunnies, carrot, dogs, rotten flesh, raw beef, chicken, raw pork chop, steak, cooked chicken, cooked pork chop. Did you know, if you dye your sheep before breeding them, the resulting baby sheep will also be dyed? It will either be the color of one of its parents or a combination of the two if they are compatible colors. Blue and pink don't mix, but red and yellow do. A baby animal will follow its parents around for 20 minutes before getting bored and wandering off to do its own thing. Tip. Animals in love mode will need to be fairly near each other to breed, and often don't notice each other if they aren't close enough. If you're in a large open area, build a pen or herd them inside first. Once an animal has bred, it won't be able to enter love mode again for 5 minutes. Armor. As you know by now, the world of Minecraft is a tough place. Fortunately, you can craft a helmet, a chest plate, trousers, and boots to protect yourself and increase your defense points. Wearing armor will provide you with a level of protection from certain common forms of damage as follows: mob attack, enemy player attack, touching fire lava, touching cacti, explosions, lightning, falling anvils. Cool people, don't look at explosives. Tip. You can get all types of armor except for gold armor through villager trading. Did you know? Half a shirt is equal to 1 defense point. Each defense point reduces the damage dealt to a player by 4%. Types of armor. Armor can be crafted from leather, iron, gold, or diamond. Each substance offers a different level of protection, with leather armor being the weakest and diamond being the strongest. You will need 24 units of your chosen material to make a full set of armor. Let's use iron armor as an example. Chestplate recipe: 8 iron ingots, defense point 6. Trousers recipe: 7 iron ingots, defense point 5. Helmet recipe: 5 iron ingots, defense points 2. Boots recipe: 2 iron ingots, defense points 2. You'll see 4 armor slots in the top left corner of your inventory. Drag your crafted armor into the appropriate slot and it will appear on your body. Remember, as armor absorbs damage, its durability decreases. Eventually, it will have no durability left, and you'll need to craft a new set. Your armor bar will automatically appear above your health bar as soon as you're wearing armor. Keep an eye on it as to check how much durability is left in your current armor, and make sure you have a replacement set ready for when it gets low. Chainmail armor also exists, although this can't be crafted. You can only get chainmail armor if a mob is wearing it, and then it drops, or through trading with villagers. Exploring. Now that you're becoming familiar with the game, it's time to test your survival skills and explore a little further from the comfort of your home. Try these exploration tips to get you started and minimize your chances of getting lost. Beacon. Mark your shelter with a beacon. Paul Soares Jr. created a simple beacon from a tower of dirt blocks and a torch, and this design is now widely used in Minecraft. Torches. Leaving a trail of torches to light your path back home. This will be particularly useful for finding your way at night. To build your beacon, create a tower of blocks by using a pillar jumping technique. Jump and then quickly place a dirt block directly below your feet, then do the same in the block next to you. Repeat until you are standing on top of a tall pillar 2 dirt blocks wide. 2. Place a torch on top of one tower, then dig down in the other tower to get back to the ground level safely. A beacon can be particularly handy at night to guide you home. Tip. Before you explore, place any valuable items you don't need in your chest so you won't lose them and die. Road building. Make a road out of cobblestone so you can follow it home. This option is fun if you like constructing and building. Sign recipe. Place signs on the ground and a screen will pop up asking you to enter some text. You can add text to tell you where you are, and arrows lead you back to your shelter. Finding your way. There are several handheld pieces of equipment that will help you on track. A compass, a map, and a clock will come in handy if you find yourself in unfamiliar territory. The sun and the moon rise in the east and set in the west, so you can always use them to figure out which direction you're traveling in. Compass recipe, 4 iron ingots and 1 redstone. Compasses point to your spawn point. You can craft a compass from iron ingots and redstone dust. What to take with you? Lots of food items, lots of weapons, as many torches as possible, a bed if you can manage to hop in and fall asleep before being attacked. You'll skip the night and wake up in the beginning of the next day. Clock recipe. 4 gold ingots and a redstone dust. Craft a clock from gold ingots and redstone dust to tell you whether it's day or night when you're underground. Tip. Use the sneak function when exploring along the top of cliffs to ensure you don't fall off the edge. See pages 14 to 17 to find out how to do this. Map recipe. Make a map from paper and a compass so you can get a sense of direction and see where you are in relation to your shelter. Map recipe. 8 pieces of paper and 1 compass. Mine Cart system. The world of Minecraft seems to be never ending. Crafting a basic minecart system will make it easier to travel long distances, transport items, and help you to explore your surroundings. Rail recipe. 6 iron ingots, 1 stick. Rails are crafted using sticks and iron ingots. Once you have enough rails, place them on the ground to create a track. If you change direction while laying track, the previous piece of the rail will automatically form a corner. If you place the track over a step of land in the landscape, the track will automatically connect. Minecart recipe. Smelt 5 blocks of iron ore in a furnace to give you 5 iron ingots, which will make a minecart. Place a basic minecart on your track and push it to get going. Then jump on the board when it reaches a decent speed. When using a basic minecart, it's a good idea to start your track on a hill. The momentum of traveling down the hill will give you extra cart power. Did you know rails can often be found in abandoned mine shafts underground? Hit them to collect them and bring them back above ground to make your own rail system. Minecart with chest recipe. Minecart chest. You can make a storage minecart from a minecart and a chest. Minecart with furnace recipe. Minecart furnace. You can make a powered minecart from a minecart and a furnace. Now craft either another basic minecart to sit in or a storage minecart to place items in. Place this on the track in front of the powered minecart, then add coal or charcoal to the powered minecart to get it going. Exclusive interview with Notch and Jeb. Hey Jeb. Hey Notch. Despite the fact that they are both very busy and important, we managed to pin down Notch and Jeb for an exclusive interview. Here's what they had to say about working on one of the most popular games ever created. How'd you learn the skills to make Minecraft? Programming was one of my interests as a child. I kept working at it because it was fun. I had a basic Commodore 128, an ancient computer. I was programming in BASIC. I made games as a hobby, went to school, and made some friends. We helped one another learn and develop, but I always kept it as a hobby. Minecraft actually started as a hobby project. I started out changing examples in QBasic on a PC with Windows 3.1. I think I learned most things by spending a lot of time programming. I was 11 or 12 when I started, but didn't do anything useful until I was 17 or 18. That's when I understood what I was doing and could create my own games instead of just changing other examples. The internet hadn't really taken off when I was growing up, so I bought some books and tried to learn from them by copying from the book and typing it in. Notch, what's your favorite feature in Minecraft? I think the infinite terrain is fun, but redstone is a lot of fun too. It gives you the chance to program your own things within the game. The first computer blew me away. People have made some really cool games with Minecraft. Someone made Duck Hunt, someone made an entire Team Fortress 2 mod in vanilla Minecraft with redstone. Jeb, you've added a lot of things to Minecraft. Which one is your favorite? The random structure, like strongholds and nether fortresses. It was challenging to do. When they're generated, the game doesn't know what the terrain looks like. The game has to make a lot of assumptions, which may result in villages with ravines running through them, or villages that are half submerged in water. Notch, what part of Minecraft are you most proud of? The infinite terrain was very difficult to make. It's generated pseudo-randomly, which means it's kind of random, but always the same if you use the same starting seed. It has to generate the same terrain no matter which side you approach it from. The link into itself seamlessly. It was very complicated to get it working, and a big change to make it so far into development. I think Jeb has a real talent for making procedurally generated structures like villages, nether fortresses, and mines. He really makes those feel adventurous. I really like the way he's done that over the course of development. Jeb, which part of Minecraft are you most proud of? I think one of the most amazing things about Minecraft is how it has brought people together to work toward a bigger goal and lets them have fun together. That's the part of the game Notch created. Do you ever think Minecraft would become as big as it is now? No, I thought it was pretty fun. So the original plan to work on the game was for half a year, sell it, make enough money on one or two more games. To make enough money to work on one or two more games, and keep doing that. I thought that Minecraft might make enough money for one or two games, but nothing like this, where we have an entire company behind it. It's grown a lot bigger than I thought it would. Not really. When I started working on Minecraft, it had sold 700,000 copies. We were still in alpha stage and we were about to go to beta stage. We all thought that once we reached beta and put the game up to a full price, the sales would drop. Then we would finish the game and start something else. The sales did drop for about a week or so. but that was just people buying lots of alpha copies before we changed the price. Now it's at a stable 10,000 copies per day. And why do you think Minecraft has been such a massive success? I don't know. I think maybe it's the simple graphics and make it more universal. In a photorealistic games, you have to pick an audience because that's what suits them best. But if you have simple graphics and simple game mechanics, you can make it complex if you want, but the basics of picking up and placing blocks make it more universal than other games. At first you run around and try a few things, and then you think, ooh, I'm going to build the biggest building that's ever been created. Then you spend a long time doing that. Then you realize everybody else has been doing the same thing. It gives people the ability to create something from their imaginations, but also, while you're creating it, it feels like you're actually in that world. It feels real somehow. Being able to share and cooperate with others also improves the experience. A tower bridge from the Masters Builder known as Fire UK. What does Minecraft mean to you? Is it more than a game? Yeah, the community around Minecraft is what I think of as Minecraft these days. It's more than just a game. If you look on YouTube, Twitch TV, blogs, and forums, there's so much content being produced by the community, and people are talking about and looking at what other people are doing. I think it's probably one of the most amazing game communities I've ever seen. Yes, when I see young people playing Minecraft, I realize it's also a learning tool. Plus, it's had some cultural impact, with creeper-based books and documentaries, and of course, Block by Block, the UN Habitat Project. Check out blockbyblock.org for more information. Achievements. Minecraft takes note of your achievements as you play. Keep an eye out for this pop-up box. It will appear briefly in the corner of your screen when you pass by an important milestone. Here are 10 key achievements to aim for in your first few days. Getting wood. Hit a tree until you get a block of wood. Time to farm. Craft a wooden hoe from 2 sticks and 2 wooden planks. Benchmarking. Make a crafting table from 4 planks of wood. Getting an upgrade. Improve on your wooden pickaxe by making one with a stone head. Time to mine. Use 2 sticks and 3 planks to make a wooden pickaxe. Time to strike. Use a stick and 2 planks to make a wooden sword. Hot topic. Use 8 blocks of stone to craft a furnace. Monster hunter. Do battle with and defeat a hostile mob. Acquire hardware. Smelt a block of iron ore in your furnace to get an iron ingot. Cow tipper. Harvest some leather from a cow. Poor cow. Useful links. Congratulations! You've made it to the end of Minecraft Essential Handbook, which means you're no longer a beginner, but an advanced player. Now the fun can really begin. Check out the list of useful websites that really take you on your Minecrafting to the next level. Official Minecraft website, https://minecraft.net. Official Minecraft Twitter page, https://twitter.com/mojang. Official Mojang website, https://mojang.com. Notch's official Twitter page, https://twitter.com/notch. Minecraft Wiki, www.minecraftwiki.net. Jeb's official Twitter page, https://twitter.com/jeb_. Official Facebook fan page, www.facebook.com/Minecraft. Mojang's Team's YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/TeamMojang. Some other Minecraft sites not monitored by Mojang or Scholastic. Enter at your own risk. Creative community fan site Planet Minecraft, www.planetminecraft.com. The index for all your Minecraft fashion needs, www.minecraftskins.com. Texture packs, www.minecrafttexturepacks.com. Minecraft on Reddit, www.reddit.com/r/Minecraft/. Paul Soares Jr.'s YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Paul Soares Jr. Captain Sparkle's YouTube channel, www.com/ www.youtube.com/CaptainSparkles. And that's it. The Minecraft Essential Handbook Updated Edition. I gotta say, it was a very, very enjoyable read. And, very, very lengthy book, I must say. I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of stuttering, a lot of misnomers, misspeaks. But that's because I am not good at reading. So, thank you.